Oh, hello. Welcome. My name is Craig Bozeman. I'm a network administrator, help desk specialist in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. I have over 10 great years of experience within the IT field. Please allow me to take some time to explain my past experiences and background to you. My most recent position was with a nonprofit in Arlington, Virginia. I had the pleasure of assisting with the installation of an ESX server in order to virtualize 6 Dell PowerEdge 2850 servers. These servers ranged from a domain controller, a Microsoft Exchange 2003 server, a SQL server, a web server for remote assistance, and a Citrix server. This virtualization enabled us to take those physical servers and create one virtual server, which cut down energy costs significantly and kept us from having to incur any expensive hardware repairs. The state of Virginia was also prepared to give us a substantial reward for cutting down these energy costs due to our virtualization. Of course, with virtualizing servers comes backup. And with the Hurricane Katrina incidents from years ago, we learned that backup is critical to companies in case of a disaster. Only about 60% of the businesses who had backup of their most crucial data were able to reopen in Katrina's aftermath. So I take backing up data very seriously. Thanks to Symantec Backup Exec 12, I was able to back up 7 virtual servers, or VMs as we'll call them, using an LTO3 autoloader. At the time, I also researched backing up data to SATA disk, but it was too expensive. I monitored these virtual servers using VMware's infrastructure client, as well as our remote server. I was implementing a disaster recovery plan that would allow zero downtime in case of a disaster. The disaster recovery plan included synchronizing our VMs to a co-location server. So if something were to happen to our physical server within the office, it would automatically turn over to this off-site server, and no one would even know that there had been a malfunction. This turnover allowed users to keep working, and no business was interrupted. Being a part of a 2-man IT team, I was solely responsible for all phone and desktop support issues, which eliminated having to hire an additional help desk staff. My years of typing experience gave me the ability to write detailed documentation for my users so they can follow steps and procedures to perform basic PC tasks. Some of the documentation that I wrote included how to remove viruses and worms, how to take care of spam and spyware, how to log into Citrix and webmail, how to map network printers, as well as how to create webinars for web conferencing. Being a contractor with a few printer companies, I learned how to repair, set up, and maintain local and network printers within an office. I've seen some of the maintenance agreements that HP, Xerox, and Canon give to their clients. Trust me, having someone on hand who can repair these high-end printers and copiers is a definite bonus. I'm also capable of setting up web and video conferences for field staffers to participate. This technology not only cuts down on traveling expenses, but brings your on-location staffers in touch with what's going on at headquarters. I also use these tools to train field staff users on basic PC fundamentals. Some of these included how to archive your email using Outlook, how to log into webmail and Citrix. We also use this technology to hold regularly monthly staff meetings. In addition, I'm using it to reach out to you right now as well. I also have experience as a server administrator. Some of my administration duties included checking event logs for errors, checking disk space and how much usage, monitoring intrusion alerts, detecting spyware and spam, monitoring port activity for viruses. I also put in place a server room temp monitor, which would alert me by email if the temperature within the server room had ever gotten too hot. We know what could happen to servers if they overheat. We don't want that to happen. I also served as a help desk manager who was responsible for overseeing an IT support group that supported the USDA in downtown Washington, D.C. During this time, I became a heat administrator. Heat is a trouble ticketing system to record and monitor day-to-day help desk calls. I also set up this application as a knowledge base for my PC technicians. This way, they could search for answers to known issues if they ever ran into a problem. As the help desk manager, it was my responsibility to report directly to government personnel and explain any issues or concerns that they may have. Some of these issues and concerns included viruses and worms that got through into the network, even future projects that may come up. I have been on a number of Windows rollouts, starting back from, I believe, Windows 95. So I'm well skilled in using Norton Ghost for imaging purposes. If a hard drive crashed or if a computer malfunctioned, this Norton Ghost imaging software allowed me to reload the images fast so that users could get back to working immediately. Also with the backup process, I was able to restore their most important documents to their computer. Because of the issues we face today, I like to use my vast experience to implement cost-efficient solutions. The IT environment can not only be used to save lots of money within this economic crisis we're in, but to reach out to potential customers and clients and give companies a foundation that will allow them to be successful regardless of our economic problems. In concluding, I'd like to thank you for allowing me to give you some insight on my background and some of my past experiences. Hopefully this video interview will give you an idea of what I can do for your company. Thanks for your time, and I hope to hear from you soon.